Uh, Alright, everybody, screw it. I know there's a 5 minute countdown and everything. I do apologize, but I don't have enough time. I'm fighting off an asthma. But what's good, everybody? This is your boy Dracona coming to you live from Draconian's Domain. I know it's been a while, but I've been very busy these past few months saving up for a convention and also trying to get myself and my health in check because, as some of you may know, my health has been declining recently, and God, I got to figure out what's going on. Come to find out, many of you know I have high blood pressure. I'm asthmatic, and now there may be something with my heart. So I went to see a specialist and everything, and now I got to go see another specialized doctor to do some tests and everything to find out, to pinpoint what is going on with me. So right now I want to do a video of my Pax East haul. I know I'm a week late, but I have got to try to fight this off. Got to try to fight my asthma. But we're gonna get to it right now. Before I start, I want to give huge shout outs real quick. I want to give a huge shout out to Crystal Tifa Cosplay, my girlfriend. Without her, I would have had so much fun or knew about PAX East. And also, she's also my business partner as well. So, baby, shout outs to you. Much love. Also, want to give a huge shout out to Regulus. He owns Dial Up Games. You could definitely check him out. He usually goes to a lot of gaming conventions and expos. You could definitely find his store. That's Dial Up Games, like the tone back in the day, if you knew about that. But yeah, tell him that you know your boy Dracona, and he'll treat you right. His people are very accommodating, very knowledgeable on games as well. And he will definitely work with you no matter what. I can't. I have to give credit where credit's due. Regulus, thank you for helping me complete one of my collections. Thanks to him too, everybody. He had just, by shopping with this gentleman and his team, I had just finished off completing my childhood N64 collection. My entire N64 collection of my childhood is done. So whatever games I pick up, it's just, add on to my collection that I never had as a kid. But those of you know, I had my stuff stolen from me. Now I'm trying to get it all back. So shout outs to you, Regulus, and to your team as well, and Dial Up Games. Also want to give a huge shout out to Game Underground. Excuse me. They are based off in Massachusetts. Owner name is Jamie, and he is very knowledgeable on his games. His team is also top tier as well. Whenever I call or I'm like, hey, I show up, they recognize me. They recognize me like that. It's been a year since I've seen these guys, and they still recognize me. Just like Regulus from Dial Up Games, they recognize me just like that. So now I got their information, and we keep in touch now. So with that being said, it's it's a lot of blessings. But a shout out to Jamie and his team from Game Underground, based off at Massachusetts. You can definitely check them out. I'll post up their links down in the description down below. Both of them, please tell them that you know your boy Dracona, that I shouted them out on YouTube. So with that being said, let's get to what we love the most. My haul from 2025 PAX East. Let's start with this. Limited run games. Went to limited run. I put this in a Ziploc bag because I didn't have any protections for these big things right here. But we have Shantae, and this was autographed by both Matt and Aaron Bozon, the creators and developer of Shantae. I got the whole collector's editions. Oh man, this light. Let me see if I could. Yeah, right there. The whole collection edition. from Shantae. Those of you that don't know Shantae, Shantae was actually made for, I believe, the Game Boy Color. It was either the Game Boy Color or Game Boy Advance. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, very good game. It plays like Aladdin meets Metroid. You know, it's a platformer game. And very fun. And I got them to sign that. So that's my personal collection. Also, with that being said, with the personal collections, where'd they go? Oh, well, I can't find it. Also, this was a late gift from my girlfriend. This was based off from limited runs as well. But this was a very, 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 very late Valentine's Day gift. That would be my collector's edition PS5 Clock Tower Rewind. Look at that bad boy. Yeah, this wasn't part of the PAX East, but I consider it because I got it the day before I left to PAX East. So I had just gotten this the day before I left for PAX East. So thank you, honey. Love my gift. Even though that it took months to get. That's the one thing about limited games that, you know, and they know about this, that we don't like, is that they take forever to send out your games. And I mean forever. But eventually we get them. So can't say anything bad about that. I don't want to destroy that, so I'm going to put that back on the bed. Also, from limited run games, because I'm about to show you everything that I picked up from limited runs. We got a bunch of packs from limited run. I might give these away. I'll be doing a show on Whatnot, hopefully sometime in the future, soon, or I will be hosting my very first convention. Not 100% sure which convention I want to go to just yet, but I will probably be doing a giveaway for these as well. Might just open a pack or two just for myself, and then do the rest as a giveaway. Alright, oh yeah, okay. So here we go. We're going to start with the PS5s. I have extras. These are mine. These are extra copies that I have. We have Penzar Paladin. I actually picked up Expedition 33. Dollhouse. Kazan, the First Breaker. Castlevania, the Domitus. This game is... This game is heading up in the price charting. This game is becoming very pricey. But picked up that Iron Meat. This is not from limited run games. This is actually based from a company called Retroware. Shout out to another shout out, I forgot. Shout out to Video Games New York. You know? If you know, you know. The Evil Inside. I can't wait to play this game. I saw this game and I was just like, yo, bro, I really got to play it. I will be doing this as a Fright Night Friday. Now for the limited run game, we got Lollipop Chainsaw Repop. Come on. I don't like my light. I am sorry, everybody. There we go. That's the best that I could get it. Lollipop Chainsaw Repop. Most of you are going to be upset with this, but I do not care. We have Lunar. And guess what? Guess what? I also have another copy of Lunar. 2 copies. Yeah, people are like, oh, what the hell? And then, last but not least, we have Layers of Fear. Okay. We're going to move those to the side. Oh, wait, I didn't show these two. Look at me. I'm messing up here. Okay, there we go. Fix that. All right. We also have Slayer Zero X. I was lucky enough to find this at a GameStop. I found this at a GameStop. And then we have Suikoden 2. Well, Suikoden 1 and 2. Next. These are my extra copies I will be selling. I picked up. We have another copy of Kazan. Another copy of Castlevania, the Dominus Collection. And another copy of Iron Meat. Gotta get extras. You just got to. There's so many people out there that wants to experience these games and can't make it. But that's why I bring it to you. Alright. These are also extra copies that I picked up as well. We have like I said, these games are going to be going up in value, like a lot. And I have not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 copies of Iron Meat. 4 copies of Iron Meat for the Switch. Extra copies, baby. Extra copies. You gotta get that extra. Also got, well, yeah, I already showed these. Let me put those right over there so they don't fall. I got 2 extra copies of Castlevania, the Dominus Collection. I got an extra copy of Lollipop Chainsaw, Reed Pop. And not 1, but 2 Ninja 5.0 copies for the Switch. If you know, you know. Come holler at your boy. And then, again, I have 2 extra copies of Panzer Paladin. Now, these are my personal Switch games that I picked that are mines. So, I got a copy to play for myself. I have Ninja 5.0. And I also have Ninja 5.0 that was autographed by the art designer named Daniel Liu. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I do apologize if I'm not. But I met him at PAX East, along with Matt Bozon and Aaron Bozon that did Shantae. I met them as well. Very awesome guy. I also kept 2 copies of Iron Meat, 1 just to keep sealed and 1 to play. I also picked up my copy of Castlevania Dominus, my copy of Lollipop Chainsaw Repop. This I picked up and I had to have it because I heard so many great things about this game. And I really had to have it. Thanks to my boy Anderson. He told me to pick this game up and I did. And I picked up East, the Monstrum Vox. Also picked up Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. I also picked up a Switch Lunar. I know, I'm sorry. I had to. Also got Trials of Cold and Steel 3. Tales of Grace F remastered. And last but not least, for the Switch, we got Suikoden 1 and 2 remastered. I'm a whore. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Not really. But you have to. Let me put this right here because I don't want to mix them up. Those are my personal. Okay. Moving on. So, speaking of retroware, I also picked this up from them. And, you know, I had to because I'm a fan of this guy. I watch him on YouTube. You can definitely check him out. He's called the Angry Video Game Nerd. You know, I just had to pick this up. You know, it's actually real cool. I fell in love with it. I looked at my girlfriend. I'm like, baby, I gotta get it. I just got to. So then all of a sudden, like, if I'm driving around in the truck, I just put this right out my window and flip everybody off without flipping them off. So, yeah. I don't care if it's derogatory. I'm not doing it. It's the phone. Dugga, 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 dugga. Yeah, I know it does not look right, but I love this. If I meet him, I'll probably get him to sign this if it could be signed. Then, me and my girlfriend, we actually stopped by the Baldur's Gate. Me and her, we actually bought the t-shirt, Baldur's Gate 3, and played the game, which I still have the game and still have not played it yet. I know, I'm so far behind on games right now. Alright. This one's neat. I picked up at a company called Aim Controller. You know, they sell all the these pro controllers, all customizable and interchangeable. And I had to get this. I even had to and I thank them for, you know, putting up with me. So people at AIM, thank you for putting up with me. I know I was a bit of to work with, but when I have a vision on something, I have to have that vision. But I did pick up a controller that was in black, but I couldn't stand it being black because you'll understand why when I show it. But I couldn't stand it being just black. I had to get another neutral color in there just to bring everything out together. This controller was black, but we found one that actually fits the whole concept of the controller. And I was very happy with it. Like, I'm very comfortable with it. But we have... I'm a huge Vegeta guy. We have the Vegeta Ego. Let's see if we can get a clearer shot. Now, this part was black. This. The whole controller was black, but I found a plate that is actually gray, and it just brings it all out. It just really brings it out. Look at Vegeta. Just look at all sexy. And what I love about these, check this out. The plates come off, so you could buy their plates or any customizable plates that they want, and all you just got to do is they're magnetized. Well, first you got to put them on this side, he told me. You start with the top first and then you go down. They all come off. That's actually pretty neat. Oh, wait. And this one, he's always said go down first and then plug it. There you go. Very neat. And they hooked me up with a couple of more analog sticks, because these analog sticks, they pop out, you pop them right back on, and you're good to go. Plus the triggers on the back, plus you have locking, so they're like quick trigger effects right here. So instead of pushing it all the way down, you just tap it. I love that new feature about these controllers. That just takes my whole COD game on to a whole new level. I highly recommend back pedals. I highly recommend them. You don't have to take your fingers off the controllers and whatnot. The one thing I don't like about it is putting it back in this box. There we go. I'll deal with it later. But yeah. Okay, moving on. Now we get to the games. Stuff that y'all will probably like. Let's get to these. Could have sworn. Oh wait, yeah, it's in my book bag. Where's my book bag? Give me a minute. I was playing it to test them, and I don't have them. Where's my book bag? I think it's it's on my. There it is. There you are. Come on. Sorry, give me a minute. I'm trying to get them out. Got one. I knew I was missing something. Got two. Come on. Got three. There's one more. And got the last one. Okay. We're going to start with the cards first. Okay. Let's start with the N64, and like I said, I want to give a huge shout out to Dial-Up Games for this, because these two finished off my N64 childhood. But we have Castlevania, Legacy of Darkness, and we also have Gauntlet Legends. These were the last two that I needed to finish off my N64 collection when I was a kid. Do I care if they're in CIB boxes? I would like to have them as CIB boxes, but when I was a kid, I threw them away. And, you know, that's why with the cartridges, I don't mind if they don't have the boxes. It'll be cool to have them, but I wouldn't mind it. That's it for the N64. Now for the Super Nintendo, we have Judge Dredd. Shout out to Game Underground and Dial-Up Games for these wonderful games that I'm about to show right now. But yeah, Judge Dredd for the SNES. We have Knights of the Round. Oh my God, I remember playing this game. If you like the Streets of Rage and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time and stuff like that, this game plays just like that. Like Golden Axe, there you go. That's a perfect way to play it. Or Gauntlet. Very fun game. Love playing it. This was a hard game to play. I remember this as a kid and I was getting so frustrated. I never beat this game. But then when I was like about 16, 17, I beat it finally. But we have King's Arthur World. We have and I can't stand this company, but I just have a soft spot for Marvel. But yeah, we have Wolverine Adamantium Rage. And I just picked up this from also from a Whatnots seller. He's a real chill dude. He goes by the name of Forteps. I hope I'm saying that right. But we have Jurassic Park Part 2. The Chaos Continues. I'm so glad I have this back in my collection. But that's it for the Super Nintendo. Now for the regular Nintendo, the NES. Not heavy titles here, but there were titles that I actually grew up to and I really wanted back. But we have Excite Bike. We have Gauntlet. We have Dr. Mario. My mom's gonna flip when she sees this. She's gonna want to play this game. We have Pro AM RC. And last but not least, one of my favorite comic shows that I loved as a kid. I always look at the little comic strips on this in the newspapers, but we have Dick Tracy. Look at that. See, YouTube or Twitch, you cannot get me off of being censored on that, because that's the name of the character. So, beat you to And last but not least, my cartridges for Genesis, Sega Genesis. It's in rough condition, but it works. And I remember playing this as a kid, and I always had a ball with it, and I had to have this back. But we have Castle of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse. There we go. Now it's in focus. We have Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom. Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. We have Shining in the Darkness. This is a really good RPG game I liked. I really enjoyed it. Then we have X-Men. I'm trying to find this CIB. I remember having the CIB because I had the poster inside and I never wanted to lose the poster. But I was only able to find a loose copy. But we have X-Men. And I remember playing this as a kid. Wile E. Coyote, and Roadrunner were one of my favorite favorite Looney Tune characters. Aside from Woody Woodpecker, nobody's beating Woody Woodpecker at all. I don't care. But we have Desert Destruction, starring Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner. I love that game. Okay, moving on. Let's move these over here. Get them out the way. Okay. Now we're getting into the meat and potatoes. Alright, since I'm going to start off with this one because it's the only one I have. But back in my collection, I am so glad to have it back. We have Dungeon Explorer for the Sega CD. Fully CIB. Very good RPG game. Next, my Genesis. These are all CIB. Well, one of them isn't. This one's missing the manual, but I don't care. I have it back. We have X-Men 2. This one is fully CIB, Clone Wars. I just got to get part 1 CIB now. Then we have one of my favorite games. We have Altered Beast. And what's special about this one, this was the first run, and it comes with the poster. That makes this game a little expensive. I'll show y'all. Real quick. This game is CIB in beautiful condition. And it comes with the Sega Genesis Altered Beast poster. This poster is very hard to find. Well, it's not very hard to find. It is hard to find. But just this poster, I've seen people selling this for like between $50 to $75. Because it's very hard to find this poster. The old school Sega Genesis poster. I'm trying to be very careful because I don't want any tears. There's no tears, no holes, no nothing. But look at that. Look at that. And in the back too. We're going to go to the back. They don't make these posters like they do. Yeah, when I found this, I was just like, wait a minute, this has the poster in it. Got a very good deal out of this. I bought this in New York. What was the name of the place? I forget it. I don't remember the name. It was just a store that I just ran into, and boom, they had it there. But yeah, picked this up for the win. Altered Beast. Then we have Shinobi 3, fully CIB. If y'all love Ninja Gaiden, y'all gonna love Shinobi. Shinobi's a really good game. This one I don't have the manual, so if you have the manual, if anybody has a manual and you're willing to get rid of it, please let me know, because I'll pick that up. But I have Shinobi, Revenge of Shinobi. I'm just missing the manual to it. That's it. Alright, that's my Sega stuff. Me and my girlfriend, we actually went to this Pokemon demo thing, and we got. I'm gonna give these to my nephews because they love playing Pokemon cards and everything. They love playing the Pokemon stuff. So I'm just gonna give these to my nephews. I got my girlfriend gave me one so I could give to my other nephew because they both play Pokemon. So I think it's a really neat gift that I could give them both. But yeah, I picked these up. We just went in there, we played, tested, and just had a couple of fun there. And I also got a pin. The pin I'm gonna keep. The pin I'm definitely keeping. Okay, so we got 2 more stacks left. Alright, so now some of these I got from Pax East, some of them I got the couple of days before Pax East. So we have Parappa the Rapper for the PS1. This one, however, does not have the poster. However, I did find one with the poster, so I kept the one with the poster, and yeah, this is my extra copy. Has no poster, but it's still pricey. It's like about $150. We also got Wild Arms Alter Code F, fully CIB registration card, and the bonus disc still inside. We have Azora's Wrath. Shout out to Sky Boston for this gentleman. He helped me finally to complete my entire Nintendo GameCube. I got to give a shout out to him. Where, like I said, I got to give a credit where credit is due. You know, thanks to him, I was able to purchase us off at a fair price. Pretty high. It was still a little high, but it was a fair price that me and him both agreed with, and it's going right to my collection. So yeah, I want to give a huge shout out to him. But I finally got the last Mario Party I needed for the GameCube. He helped me complete my entire GameCube childhood. Shout out to you, Sky Boston. Also picked up The Last Remnant. This game was really good. This game was really, really good. And it's the hollow foil. Also picked up, for the PlayStation 2, picked up that Rampage Destruction, Total Destruction. Artelico, The Melody of Elmia. I gotta switch the case. I don't like the case. Again, gotta give a shout out to Dial Up Games. Regulus. Oh God, I'm getting tongue tied and tongue dried. The last one of the heavy games that I really needed in my collection for the survival horror, Echo Night Beyond. This game, I gotta say, it's very slow, and it could be very, very boring because there's a lot of backtracking in this game, like hell. I have a hate for this game for the amount of backtracking you have to do. However, the reason why I needed this in my collection, because this was a gift that was from a family member that's no longer here. And once my collection was stolen, I had to have this back. I didn't care how much it was. It's a very pricey game. Very pricey. But thanks to the people at Dial Up Games, I got it back. I also picked up Mobile Suit Gundam, Zionic Front, and Mobile Suit Gundam, A Journey to Joboro. That's it for the PS2s. Now for the PS1s and the PS3s. We're going to do the PS3s first because there's only like 3 or 4. And then we'll do the PS1s. Alright. PS1 we have PS3, sorry. PS3 we got Saw. We have Armored Core 5. I'm just missing the two armor cores for the PS3. The last two, the Verdict Day and For Answer. Those are the last one that I'm missing. We have Clive Barker's Jericho. And we have, now I'm just missing part 2, but we finally got Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3. I love my Gundam games. Robotic games I love. Front Mission Assault, it's a iffy with me. Evangelion, I want to start collecting them, but I don't know. Zone Enders. And the one that I find very atrocious, I can't stand it, is Titanfall. Yeah, that's not happening. Not happening with me. Alright, last but not least. And I got these little nifty gadgets that I had collected. We also have Armor Core Masters of Arena. Duke Nukem Time to Kill. I love playing this Duke Nukem. And the reason why I love playing this Duke Nukem is because Duke Nukem himself gives a shout out to to Laura Croft from Tomb Raider. Now, I already have this one, but I needed this specific one because the one that I have, it doesn't have the demo. But when I was collecting when I was a kid, and I had, before my stuff was stolen, I remember having this with the demo. I had to pick it up, even though I already have a copy of it. I'm going to be switching the copy, but I have Resident Evil 3 Nemesis with the Dino Crisis demo. I gotta switch the case though. There is a huge funny story with this game and with the Dino Crisis game, because both games, I believe, came out a month apart from each other. I could be wrong, but what I know was that Capcom made it a little gracious, and when I believe it was Resident Evil was released first and then Dino Crisis, I could be wrong. My memory's a little fuzzy, but if so facto, if you wanted to test out the Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, you would have to buy Dino Crisis. Dino Crisis came with the Resident Evil 3 Nemesis demo. If you wanted to try their new game, you would have to pick up this game, which had the Dino Crisis. Dino Crisis was based off from the Resident Evil, and it was made by the same director, Shinji Mikami. You know, praise to you, bub. So that was the only retrospect. One of them came a month apart from the other. So if you wanted to play Resident Evil 3, but you wasn't sure about it, you would pick up Dino Crisis, and you get the Resident Evil 3 demo. If you wanted to try a new game, pick up the Resident Evil 3 for a lot of Resident Evil heads. You pick up Resident Evil 3, you get the Dino Crisis demo. That was the only way that people could have tested those two games. It was funny how they did that. Another part of the collection, a filler. You know, got to get that Tomb Raider 3. Now all I'm missing is Tomb Raider 1. And it's a shame they did not have it there. Every time that I found one, it was loose. And I just have to have them CIB. With all my discs, I have to have them CIB. Then we got one of my favorite espionage games. I love this game. We got Siphon Filter 2 back in the collection. I never played this one, but I was just like, you know what? I'm going to get it just so I can play it. I never played Part 3, but we have it right here. Siphon Filter 3. A lot of people are looking for the Siphon Filter games. It's strange now. Like, everybody's looking for, and their mother's looking for all the Siphon Filter games. Now, last but not least, one of the most expensive games I actually have. Finally, I have it back in my collection. Now I'm just missing Part 2, and that is Tales of Destiny. That is all the games I had accumulated this past PAX East. Now, these were a gift from my girlfriend. You know, thank you, baby. I love them. I got 2 dragon pins. Dragon of the Moon, Dragon of the Sun. I also picked up for my boy Ando Ram. Got him a little limited edition Cyberpunk pin. Also picked up some Shantae buttons. Picked up some cool looking Shantae stickers. That's when I met Aaron and Matt Bozon. And also with the... oh my god. With the Pokemon stuff. I'm keeping the pin. I don't care. I got a nice little Pokemon pin right there. And for the finale, which I will be doing a giveaway when I do a Whatnot stream, I will be giving away these lovely cards that I had autographed by both Matt and Aaron Bozon. We have some Shantae cards. All 4 of them signed and autographed by Matt and Aaron Bozon. So, that's it, everybody. I hope you love this video. You know, if you like what you see, please hit that comment down below. And yeah, it's been about 42 minutes. Holy crap. Lot to show. There was a lot of stuff that we done. I still have some pictures that I gotta load up. But with that being said, I want to give a huge shout out to Limited Run Games. I want to give a shout out to Dial-Up Games, Regulus, the CEO. Also want to give a huge shout out to Jamie from Gaming Underground. So yeah, just, you know, and got majority of it. I have to give a huge shout out to the official PAX, you know, PAX East. You know, thank you for a wonderful time. The one thing I will say about PAX East, I actually preferred last year's than this year's, due to the simple fact there was not a lot of vendors. And I believe the reason being for them doing that was because they held PAX East on a holiday for mothers. This was on a Mother Day weekend. I think that's where they dropped the ball hard. So hopefully next year, which they did announce, you know, it's going to be in March. Thankfully, we're going to get that back, and it's not going to fall into a holiday. And hopefully we get a lot more panels. You know, I'm praying for that. So with that being said, everybody, I hope you like and enjoy all my haul. If you like what you see, please hit that follow button. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can actually follow me on my Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. All the links are down below in the description. And I will also be posting this to my YouTube channel, which I will have all their information. Dial-Up Games, Game Underground, Video Games New York. You know, Limited Run, all of them. They were just all fantastic people. So with that being said, everybody, please take care, be safe, live free, game hard, or it's game over. Have a good night.